What is a listing activity report and what does it mean to you? So when you list a property with PJ Hussey Real Estate, you're going to get weekly updates on what's happening in your market. And we do that by providing you with a listing activity report. And so you're going to get a report every single Monday that's going to talk to you about how many days your property's been on market, how many people have viewed your home, what the exposure is, people are liking or saving it. Let me dive into exactly what it is that this report means to you guys. So the first thing that we want to look at when we analyze your listing activity report is how many times people have saved or hidden your listing. And essentially what that means to you is how many people have liked or disliked your home. And that typically is based on price, but I'll get into that a little bit more. So if somebody saved your home, that means that they've gone through the MLS search and they've actually saved that listing as something they wanted to come back to later. Hidden means they're not interested at all and they don't want to see that thing again. Pretty self-explanatory. But it's important for us to track that because if we're getting more hiddens than we are getting saved, typically that means we're overpriced in your particular market space. Almost all buying decisions are based on what is it going to cost the buyer to own your home. And so if we're overpriced, whether it be due to condition or due to comps, we want to make sure that we're in alignment with where the buyers are because truly that's who we're trying to impress with your listing online. The next thing that we want to look at is how many people are viewing your property and from where. So on your listing activity report, there's going to be a section that shows how many people have shared your particular listing, how many people are finding it on the MLS, how many people are finding it on what are called IDX platforms. Essentially, IDX just means that brokerages like Remax, Century 21, Keller Williams, and others have the ability to take the MLS listings and put it directly onto their webpage, and then their clients can actually search there versus searching into Zillow or the MLS directly. So we want to compile all that information and really want to know how many people are looking at your property. And if that number's low, we're going to want to make some adjustments to get that volume back up. Can't sell your house if nobody's looking at it, and so that's an incredibly important area to analyze. The next section of the report that we want to look at is people that have saved your listing. We actually get the opportunity to track them through the MLS. So as soon as they hit that save button, we have the ability to see what are the next properties that they're looking at and what are the properties that they've looked at prior to clicking saved on your listing. And so that's really great data because if you're listed at say $500,000 and people that have saved your listing are looking at properties that are $525,000 on average, then that's great to know because we're below the price that they're kind of comfortable searching within. Really good data to have. The next piece is people that have simply viewed your listing. And that's one that you're going to get a lot of data on. And so we have the ability to really get a good data set to compare to. And so if somebody's just simply viewed your listing, we're going to have the ability, again, to track them, on their next few listings and on the prior listings and really see what it is that's moving them to search for your property. And so if we take that data set and we're listed at, say, $500,000, and we find that people that are viewing your listing are viewing at properties that are like, say, 575 to 590, then that could be really good information to take back to you and discuss and analyze because we may want to make a pricing adjustment to get down into the buy box of those particular buyers.